Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Let's bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Let us listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
Today we are going to worship Sri Ganesh. I think I've told you a lot about him and his nature. But still, so many of us have not yet realized what are his powers and what he wants. First and foremost thing is that to respect Sri Ganesha is to understand the importance of chastity. Chastity is not only for the women, it is more for the men to observe. If you have self-respect in the real sense of the word, you will take to chastity without any difficulties. But if you have no self-respect, then you run after something which is very low, of a very degrading quality. So it's very important that chastity must be respected, must be understood, and must be imbibed. This habit of not observing the proper protocol of the chastity develops from childhood. And we have to be very careful when we are in a Ganesha state. We should not take to such horrible things. I don't know from where people get the ideas. As you see today, in the whole world, there's a crisis of chastity. In the West, especially, we have heard of so many cases of child abuse. In a temple of God, one should not even take the name of this dirty disease which has grabbed the people. But in India, we have never heard of it. We don't know. Of course, some of the men are very, very ruined people and they can't help it unless and until they are put into jail. But for us, Sahaja is very important to look after our chastity. As I told you yesterday, it is not necessary to find a girl for yourself or a boy for yourself. It's also against the rules of chastity. I'm not saying that you should allow only your parents to decide, but let the Sahajoga decide, because you are Sahajis. You are born after the image of Ganesha, who ultimately becomes Christ. So, what should be your attitude towards chastity is very important. The most important thing that if we get ruined on our chastity level, then Sahaja is very, very difficult. And it doesn't give you that blessing as you should have. You saw yesterday people from Romania and also from Ukraine were singing so beautifully. One of the reasons is that basically they are very, very humble people. They are humbled down. So much so that they have given up nonsensical ideas about sex life and all that. So the humility will teach you that you are not having your self-respect. In the Islam, they stressed a very big importance on chastity, very much. And this was gone to such an extent that Muhammad Sahib said that you can have 5 wives or 4 wives, but you don't have women who are prostitutes. Once this chastity starts leaving us, we don't mind anything under the sun. We have seen results of that working out in many people who are very highly placed. And these highly placed people think that they are something great and they can overcome the binding of Jesus Christ and they can do what they like, go on misbehaving with women who are under them. They may do it secretly, they may do it anyway, but Ganesha watches that and he punishes them for what they are doing. It's a terrible thing to go into these kind of ventures which are not the field of Sahajogis. Sahajogis have to first of all steady their eyes because it is concerned with the power of Jesus Christ. But in all the Christian nations I have seen people have wandering eyes. Very surprising. When Christ is their leader, they worship Christ, go to church, sing the praise of Christ, and they have wandering eyes all over. These wandering eyes cannot be representative of the chastity of Christ. Now, the second point is that the power of Ganesha can only be manifested if you are wise, because he is the giver of wisdom. Now, people don't understand what is wisdom is. This is the big problem. Intelligence, so-called, is not wisdom. It can make you a very cunning, very aggressive, and sometimes very subtle person who can go on deceiving people, telling lies, doing all kinds of things, and believing in themselves that they are very, very successful. Success is never the criteria of a Sahaja Yoga. Success in Sahaja Yoga means very subtle surrendering of oneself to Sahaja Yoga. That is seldom to be found unless and until you meditate every day. It's very important that you must meditate. Those who do not meditate will be lost to Sahaja Yoga, because wisdom can only grow through your inner inspiration. You can have this inner inspiration only if the power of Sri Ganesha manifests. He is the giver of your wisdom. In the wisdom, what you do is to find solutions. Solutions which are peaceful, which are satisfying, which are soothing. He is the one who takes you to task also. Like yesterday I was told there was a whirlwind and many people had to suffer a little bit because of the wind that came and blew off your tents. There's no need to have tents in this climate. What is the need? I don't understand. But they cannot live without a tent, you see. I can sleep outside very nicely on the street also. So there's no need to sort of fuss about all these things, bring the whole household here. There's no need. We should not be afraid of discomfort. If you want to have a very comfortable life and you can't suffer any discomfort, you are no good for Sahaja Yoga. In olden days, people used to go to Himalayas, stand on one leg, pray to God, and they didn't get realization. They couldn't get realization. While you all have got realization. So one should not try to make oneself very, very sort of a lordly person. There is no need to care for comfort. I can live in comfort and I can live in anywhere at this age also. So what you have to do is to not to practice, I say, asceticism, but to become an ascetic. Practicing means trouble. But if you just become an ascetic from within, then you don't bother about these little things here and there. But our style is still molded by outside world. We haven't got our own world, then we are going as the fashion is. And once you start going with the fashion, the wisdom disappears. I never tell anybody that you don't have this fashion or that fashion or anything. It's your wisdom which will teach you. Wisdom will teach you how to regulate yourself, because you have come here to ascend, to achieve a great special place in the realm of spirituality. I must stress again on the power of wisdom. Before doing anything, you should just appeal to your wisdom and find out if it is wise to be like that. With this practice, you will reduce your temper. Absolutely. You will reduce your lust. You will reduce your guilt very much. Because once you start understanding that there's no wisdom in feeling guilt, your guilt will disappear. Also, the worst thing is that we have a great desire to have this, have that, and to indulge into all kinds of greed. This greed becomes zero as soon as you understand wisely that there's no need. Otherwise, all the time you'll be thinking about yourself, about your health, about your children, about your house, whatever is supposed to be yours. But the death proves that there's nothing belongs to you. You have come alone and you have to go alone. This is the wisdom which is to be imbibed. You cannot practice it, you cannot force it, but is to be imbibed through your spirituality. Then the greatest thing that happens is the joy of the dancing of Sri Ganesh. Like a child, you see him dancing, how joyous he feels, and you also feel. In the same way, a little child being born within you, and you start behaving like a small child. Normally, it has no sense of lust, greed, nothing. It knows how to share. So, this is the position we say that you become a Gana, the army of Sri Ganesh. They are Ganas. And they are very powerful. And they do all the work of the world. They live in this world, but all their source of energy is from the divine. So Sri Ganesha is an Omkara. He is the first created deity by the goddess because his auspiciousness. So first auspiciousness is created for our good. We are auspicious because of Sri Ganesha. Some people, if they are in the house, they create problems. They are always creating problems out of nothing. They are not auspicious people. Those who are peacemakers, those who are loving, are the ones who are blessed by Sri Ganesh. What is the wisdom in fighting? You should find out what is the wisdom in fighting. Why are we fighting? For what things? For small things? Things that you can yourself correct? Why should you fight? If you have a fighting nature, that means Ganesha is against you. Your Ganesha is sleeping. That power is not with you. There's no wisdom in it. In this world, all those great people who have been respected since centuries have been very, very wise people, not hot-tempered, not people who were quarreling, not people who were having lust as the aim of their life. Such people will be never remembered by the progeny. But that's not so important, as you as Sahajogis are very important. You are here on this earth to emancipate the whole of humanity. So what should be the aim of your life is to go deep into your spirituality. This aim of getting into spirituality, I think you all know, you see, but you do not work out. I have told you last time that your attention has to be inside, not outside, and you should not react. All these procedures help you to be wise, to be sensible. But the sensible person who is just sensible as far as his own comforts are concerned, money is concerned, all his own health is concerned, everything encompassing him is not a wise person. He is not wise. If you see a little child who is properly brought up, of course, he will always bother about other people. He'll find out what others need, what can make them happy. He'll list all simple methods. He will try to please others, but not to gain any favor or to show off that he's very generous. But in the real sense of the word, that gives him joy. That is the collectivity. Today I'm going to tell you something more about this collective nature that comes to you through Sri Ganesha's efforts, or we can say his powers. Somebody told me that Einstein has already made a story like that. It's a discovery that if you all become cool, that is under the Sri Ganesha's blessing, then we all become one. That's his theory. But we also had Phil Ward here, who established that when you cool down the helium gas, all the molecules, or you can call them atoms, they start moving in a collective way. Otherwise, they are hitting each other, they are beating each other, and they are running helter and skelter. In the same way, when we have Sri Ganesha's blessings within us, in the real sense of the word, with our wisdom, then what happens? We become very much evolved Sahaja-yogis. Evolved Sahaja-yogis means they have become one. One means what? One means they all live for each other. They enjoy each other. They see the comfort of each other. For example, the people who are very rich, people who are very poor, people who are sick, people who are healthy, all of them combined together as one. In Sanskrit, it is called ekakarita. They become one. And this oneness shows in your celebrations. When you all come here, you try to help each other all the time. I've seen nobody minds helping each other. I've seen people enjoying each other. They do not want to hurt anyone. On the contrary, they want to be helpful and sensible with each other. Most of your leaders have chosen who are very wise, who avoid problems, who do not get into panics. Most of them, I should say. And when, you see, even you people try to destroy Sahaja Yoga, they know you are doing it. So to find out this ekakarita, you have to go deep down into yourself, by which you will feel that you are all one. Whether you are here or you are in Japan or in America, anywhere, you all think the same way, you all help the same cause, and you try to be the same style. I have seen people when they come for the pujas, so many of them, how they enjoy each other's company, how they try to help each other. Somebody who is, say, in Russia, or say in Bulgaria, anywhere, he will write to me about the problem he has, something. So somebody from America, without I inform him, without any information, immediately writes to me, Mother, such and such a person is there in Russia. Will you be able to send that person to America? Most of the time it happens like this. Well, I don't tell them. I never ask them. Even if I ask, suddenly there will be response from so many people, from so many countries. Mother, this is the problem? All right, we'll go and do it. For that, I must say, Austrians are very sensitive people in this respect. This ekakarita. They went all the way to Jerusalem, to help the people, to get them realized. I wanted to go to Jerusalem, but this bombing business may not allow me to go. But the Jerusalem people, I found them to be much more collective, because they came to Egypt. I said, why have you come here? Make friends with the Muslims of Egypt. Just imagine, I was surprised. How could they come here? No, just to make friends. They are Muslims, so we want to make friends with them. So making friendship without any ulterior motive, without any gain, is one of the signs of your ekakarita. Not only that you are satisfied with other Sahaja-yogis, but you want to bring other Sahaja-yogis in. So many have done that. This is something so nourishing.
Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Thank you, Shimata ji, for this opportunity that we can do collective morning meditation. Thank you for all your blessings. Jai Shimata. Let's bow down to Shimata ji, raise our mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. We will continue our daily morning meditation tomorrow as well. So please join us. Jai Shri Mataji.